whoever you are, wherever you are, you can't go backwards. You hear me? You can't go backwards. You hear me? So I just came through to be a reminder. I came through to be a messenger. So that means I'm gonna carry a message, you know. And I came through to be a motivation. You hear me? Happy Tuesday, everybody. Today happened to be Friday. I hope you find yourself feeling good for no reason at all. Radiating, operating, vibrating, emanating. In stillness, in goodness, in love, light, health, and wholeness. You hear me? You know, respect the frequency. You know, love is a powerful thing. Beyond an emotion, respect the frequency. I love you like you love me. I respect the frequency. You hear me? Salute to the Cosmic Conscious family and soul tribe. Salute to the new subscribers. Salute to the peekaboos that pass by. You hear me? We all count. Like I said, I just came through to be a message, a reminder, and a motivation. I would like to remind us to continue to imagine. You hear me? Nobody can do that for you but you. You know, continue to believe in yourself. You hear me? Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. And I'm ready to say it again, believe in yourself. Because we'll be surprised how many of us had a capacity to believe in others, put others on a higher pedestal than ourselves. You hear me? So believe it. We must believe in ourselves like we believe in everything else. You know, continue to know. Because we got to go beyond belief. We need to know what we know. Whatever it is that we know, you know, it's important that we continue to observe so we know that we know whatever it is that we becoming to know. You hear me? We gotta continue to learn, you know. We must continue to learn. I don't care how old you think you are, you must continue to learn. You hear me? And if you don't, you know, I don't want to be around you, you know. We're going to have to be willing to continue to listen, you know. Listening is an art. And I'll repeat, listening is an art. Just because you got ears don't mean that you hear, you know, what you listening to. And hearing and listening is not the same. If you don't listen, you're going to miss it. You heard? You must continue to apply. Application, application, and application. Application is the biggest part of whatever type of imprint, whatever type of example, you know, that we impress upon others, those that's watching us, you know. Who we are when we're around who we're around. It holds the same of the same importance as who we are when nobody around. You don't listen, you're gonna miss it. Well, with me, you know. So what we practice in private, what we practice in secrecy, or what we practice in our solitude, you know, one way or another, going to expose itself through how we operate in the midst of others, interacting with others. And it's so beautiful because we all so different. And no matter what walk of life we come from, you know, when we're operating with people in other different lives and other positions in life, you know, you got to know how to maneuver. You got to know how to shift and how to change and how to have etiquette, you know. So that's important, but that's dealing with communication. But that ain't nowhere in the realm of want to speak on communication yet, you know, because there's still some other things we must continue to discern. Trust our intuition. You gotta trust your intuition to make use of the higher discernment, you know. and sharing is important. Sharing is important. You know, most of us was taught as kids to share, and sharing is important. But you gotta know what to share, and they didn't teach us that part. That's things that we learn on the way. But continue to share, continue to grow. You know, because that's what all the other things, the previous things, is about. Growth. You know, maturity, mentally, emotionally, socially, as well as physically, you know. Vision. 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 What type of visions do we have? What type of visions do we hold? You know? What type of visions need to be reawakened, because we allow certain things or certain experiences to diminish the vision, you know? Yeah. What's still living, what type of vision still living within us that need to be fertilized, need to be watered, maybe need to be rerooted, you know, or brought forth, you know. We must continue to have vision, you know. Healing and healing, one of the most important aspects of the journey, you know. Healing. I don't know why so many people act like it's not, but if we really know how to listen, you know, to people who act like they ain't got nothing to heal, or ain't nothing needed to be healed, you know, if we paying attention to what we really listening and paying attention to, you'll already see, you already see, and know why I ain't even gotta go there, cause if you hear, you just saw it through what I just said, and we see it all the time. You hear me? But that's another part of the beauty on how we grow at different levels, and some people just never gonna change, you know. And it's a painful truth depending on where it apply, but it's a healing truth. And you know, like the elders say, sometimes it hurt. It hurt as it's healing, but the better the better we're open to accept the things that just are, you know, whether we want it to be or not, you know, then that's for us who resonate with what I'm saying, part of our journey. You hear me? Because everybody ain't supposed to learn what we learn, and when we learn it, even if we're going through the same experience for the lesson to be had, if you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. Yeah. But we must continue to teach, you know, and we're doing it all the time. Or I ain't speaking to nothing that we ain't doing all the time, but the thing about it is, most of us, some of us know we're not doing it. Most of us unconscious that we're doing it, you know, and some becoming aware that this is what we've been doing. But regardless of where we may be at on that ladder, you know, we still all on the same ladder. We all still live in the same existence. You hear me? If we're here in the physical body, able to hear what I'm saying, you know. Yeah. Caring don't make you, whether you masculine or female, because we got some tough human beings on the planet right now. Where, you know, caring, it's okay to care. It's okay to show that you care. You know, especially the people who you say mean something to you. You hear me? You know, it's okay to care. Show care. Have care. You know, or compassionate, if that's a better word. You know, cause words trigger people. You hear me? But these words are meant to trigger. You hear me? At least in the highest way. You know, continue to improve. Improvement don't have nothing. Ain't all about something else or somebody else. You know, we all got fingers, but they wasn't used to blame when we become accountable and when we become responsible. You know, Elevation. High frequency deal with elevation. Higher frequency deal with elevation, you know, and to stay in elevation, you got to know how to stay clean. and what I mean by staying clean is, you got to know how to transmute energy, to continue to elevate. We all got things that get thrown at us, knowingly and unknowingly. We have emergency situations sometimes, but how we react, how we react, a lot of times have more to do with what's really occurring. Communicate, and communicate. Mental health an issue because we as human beings hold too much in, and haven't, in some cases, haven't had outlets to communicate, what we feeling, so it been held in. A lot of times we do communicate what we feeling, and it just ain't heard a lot of times. And a whole bunch of other scenarios. I get it. I'm in the flesh too. I experience what y'all experience. You hear me? But it ain't to keep us stuck, regardless of how bad it was or how bad it's been. It's not to keep us stuck and stagnant. You hear me? It's not to keep us stuck nor stagnant. It's to give us the motivation to continue, to never give up, to move forward. To push through when we feel like we ain't got no push in us. You hear me? Communication. Communicate the uncomfortable things. The uncomfortable things are the things that's most important. It's life is serious. Everywhere in somebody's neighborhood, murder's taking place. So life is serious. We gotta learn how to communicate. Consideration. Consider things before we speak. We gotta learn how to consider things before we act. Consider the pros and the cons. Consider the repercussions and or rewards. Consideration. You hear me? Appreciation. Appreciate people. Appreciate what you have. Appreciate your life. Appreciate the things that you acquire. Appreciation is important. And we can't do none of these things if we ain't training ourselves. Training is, some synonyms I could throw with training is discipline. We gotta train ourselves to be better people. We gotta train ourselves to be better human beings, to be better parents, to be better brothers, to be better sisters, to be better sons and daughters. We gotta train ourselves. You hear me? To be a better us, to be a better you, to be a better me. That takes training. You hear me? Yeah. Otherwise, how we gonna be prepared? And everybody say, if you prepare, you ain't gotta get ready. But what are we prepared for? Life got different slices to the whole pie. Because we prepare in one aspect of life don't mean we prepare in the other aspects of life. We gotta be whole. Yeah. And out of all those things, we need balance. We need balance. We need groundedness. We need stability. We need to be firm, about the things that we supposed to be firm about, and discriminating towards the bullshit. You hear me? For real. It may take a long time to see it for some, and less for others, you know. And for those that get it, I salute you, you know. I salute you. Staying the same is not the mission, though. And by the time by the time that a lot of people that we know, you know, get to that place in their life, ain't no telling how much damage don't been done to themselves and how much damage don't been caused. And I don't cause my share too, so I know what I'm talking about, you know. Yeah. Happy Friday, everybody. You know, don't take nothing for granted. And all I said, don't take nothing for granted. You hear me? There's always some work to be done. And if you here, no one can say you ain't been working on yourself. You hear me? No one can say you ain't been working. I appreciate y'all. Still is abundance, love, light, health, and wholeness. You hear me? Enjoy y'all Saturday and Sunday, just in case I don't tap in with y'all. You hear me? And peace.